to do a wood pallet sign, a Pinterest inspired wood pallet sign. You know, people are making furniture, signs, shelves, you name it with these pallets, but you do have to be careful not to get the ones that are fumigated. Get the ones that are clean and not sprayed with chemicals. What I have here is a single pallet. There was dirt on it, so I used a wire brush to, well, I didn't use it. Luis helped me, but you use a wire brush to get rid of the dirt. He used some sandpaper to sand it down so it's kind of smooth and rough at the same time. Now you can have rough wood pallets, or soft wood pallets, or smooth wood pallets. But me, I prefer the rough pallets because to me they look rustic. And this is what it looks like, and I'll be using 4 of them. Two thick ones like these for the top and bottom, and then thin ones like this for the middle. And I am going to make a sign that says, "Our first rodeo for my twins' first birthday cowboy western themed party." And what I did was I went in InDesign and I designed it how I want it to look like the lettering, the boldness, the font, you name it. And then this is pretty much it will look like. You can see the different variations of the wood. So 24 hours later, and what I did next was have Luis, he actually did this part for me. What he did was he took another plain piece of plank, cut it in half, or probably a little bit less than half, nailed it to the back, one on each side. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 nails on each side. And what it did was to hold this piece together, see? So this is how big the sign will be. And this is actually how I want it to be. So next thing you will need is a plastic bowl or paper bowl, some paint, I'm using white, pair of scissors, drawing pencil or a lead pencil, and I'll show you why, a ballpoint pen, and assorted brushes, just like these, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one stencil, turn it over, and I'm going to take my lead pencil or my drawing pencil, which is thick lead, as you can see. And what I'm going to do, this is just the easiest art trick for tracing actually. So what you want to do is line the outside, I don't know if you can see it, but pretty much just line the outside of the letter right here, and I'll show you why. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my pen with the ballpoint out, and I'm going to trace the outside of the letters. And what this is supposed to do is the lead from the back is supposed to transfer onto the wood as you push it down. So all you are left with is the tracing of the letter, and it's easier to fill in with paint. And see? Can you see it? Yay! But here's the almost finished sign. I painted it. Actually, I traced it, then painted it. What I'm going to do now is just let it dry for 24 hours, maybe go over some rough spots with some fine sandpaper, and you can find this in Walmart. Maybe go over it, rough it up a little bit, and then lastly, I'm going to paint it over with some Mod Podge to make it look glossy and seal everything together. So, see you in 24 hours. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Mod Podge. I got this at Walmart, and I think it was about for $4 or $5, and this is in the matte. And what this is just a glue. It's a finish, and because I am finished and and I'm done, I'm gonna put it over, and it will just seal everything together. And what else you will need is a brush sponge and fine sandpaper. You can also get this at Walmart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it with some sandpaper just to rough it out a little bit and to make it look more vintage and worn. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my Mod Podge, dip it in there, and I'm just going to go right over it. And it will come out white, but it will seal and it will clear up tomorrow. So I just finished putting Mod Podge on there, and as you can see, the top portion is already drying out, and see, it does dry up clear, so it won't have this like muddy white look to it. I'm gonna let this dry for 24 hours, and then I'll show you the final product tomorrow. Here is the final piece, and like I said, the Mod Podge did dry out clear, so you don't have to worry about that mugginess that was on there when we first painted it on. But now it's all sealed in. If it gets scratched, the paint won't ruin, and this is it! My very first wood pallet sign. Our first rodeo. Our meaning the twins' first rodeo, because it'll be their first birthday and it's a Western themed birthday party. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was fun. It wasn't as easy as I thought. The hammering and the pallets, and you know, things go wrong sometimes, but in the end I made my kids a memorable piece, and memorable for me too, and now I know what I can do right the next time I make another one. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share.